In this video, I'm going to cover 5 common credit card mistakes that you may be making and the best practices that you can implement to avoid them. The first and most important credit card mistake that people make is carrying a balance month to month. I see so many people make this mistake and it just makes me cringe. The worst part is that CNBC conducted a survey and 22% of Americans actually believe that carrying a balance month to month will increase their credit score. Not true. Carrying a credit card balance month to month is one of the worst financial mistakes that you can make. Credit cards have some of the highest interest rates of any type of debt, with a countrywide average APR of 14.65%. Instead, what you need to do to avoid paying any interest at all is pay off your statement balance in full every single month. I have my credit card set up to do this automatically every month, and you should do the same. Not only will you avoid interest, you'll actually increase your credit score significantly while doing it. Credit cards get such a bad reputation, but that reputation has been put in place by people that didn't use them responsibly. The fact is that credit cards offer cash back, travel rewards, and purchase protection, and that's something that debit cards and cash just don't offer. Most of my air travel over the past 10 years has been paid for by credit card rewards, and that's not even mentioning the other slew of perks that my credit cards offer. Remember, credit cards don't destroy people, bad financial habits do. So only spend what you can afford, pay off your statement balance in full every single month, and reap the rewards that credit cards have to offer. The second biggest credit card mistake that people make is only making minimum payments. The truth is that credit card companies want you to make minimum payments because that's how they make money. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you have a credit card and you spent $1,000 on that credit card in the month of October. And when you get your October statement in November, the credit card statement will show a minimum payment of something like $50. And you're like, this is awesome. I just spent $1,000 and all I have to do is make a minimum payment of $50. What credit card companies don't tell you is that this $50 minimum payment is an interest-only payment that goes straight into the pocket of the credit card company. In this example, the $1,000 that you spent is the principal and the $50 minimum payment is the interest. And when you make the minimum payment of $50, you're only paying interest. Not a penny of that $50 goes to pay the principal of $1,000. And when you repeat this cycle month to month, you can get yourself in a mountain of debt and leave yourself wondering why you have so much credit card debt. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what credit card companies want you to do. They want you to overspend and make minimum payments because that's how they make money. And people who fall victim to this can spend years recovering from this simple mistake. And to avoid this, you need to pay off your credit card in full every single month. Remember, when you pay off your credit card in full every month, you are not paying a penny in interest. And this means that credit card companies aren't making money off of you. Instead, you're making money off of them in the form of rewards like cash back and points. I might sound like a broken record, but if there is one common theme to this video, it's paying off your credit card in full every single month. The third biggest mistake that people make with credit cards is missing a payment. I think this goes without saying, but missing a payment is one of the worst credit card mistakes that you can make. You'll get charged a late fee, you'll accrue interest, and worst of all, your credit score could be severely impacted. According to FICO data, you can expect a drop of 17 to 83 points for a 30-day missed payment and a 27 to 133 point decrease for a 90-day missed payment. And I actually have a little story that I want to share with you all. A few years back, my wife and I opened up a Costco credit card and we started putting all of our Costco purchases on it. A month later, I got a notification from Citibank, who issues the card, stating that I'd missed the first month's payment. Not only did they hit me with a $40 late fee, they also accrued interest on my principal balance. Now, luckily, I was able to call in and get the late fee reimbursed and my bill paid without interest. And this was all due to the simple fact that I forgot to set up auto pay on my new credit card. But it just goes to show that we all make mistakes. And the best way to avoid this mistake is to set up auto pay on all of your credit cards the moment you get them to ensure you don't miss a payment. The fourth biggest mistake that people make with credit cards is not reviewing their billing statement. 5 years ago, I had a $300 charge on my credit card statement from MAC Makeup. I've never shopped at MAC, and I immediately called the credit card company and they removed the charge and issued me a new credit card. But if I didn't take 20 seconds to review my statement, I wouldn't have spotted the charge and I would have been out $300. So always make sure to take a couple of minutes every week to make sure that all of the charges on your credit cards are accurate. Especially check for mistakes in places like restaurants and bars where tips may be input incorrectly due to human error. And that leads me to the fifth biggest credit card mistake that people make, which is closing out a credit card when you don't need to. If you're not using a particular credit card, it kind of seems logical to close it out. But in most cases, doing this is a mistake, especially if the card doesn't have an annual fee attached to it. One of the factors making up our credit score is the length of time that you've had a particular credit line open. And when you cancel a credit card, you are inadvertently impacting your credit score in a negative way. So my advice to you is to keep the credit card open, especially if it's your oldest card. And if you're worried that having multiple credit cards will entice you to spend more money, just shred the credit cards you're not using. That way, you're not using them, but the credit line stays open, which is what the credit bureaus like to see. But like I said earlier, if the card has an annual fee and you're not going to use it, go ahead and close it out. If you haven't already, please like this video and follow my YouTube channel for more financial and wealth building tips like this. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time.